Yeah, what's up, my people? Uh-huh. Hello, everybody. What's good? When I sense like they shine like this, I just bath. I just rub cream. I'm fresh. I don't feel go anywhere. Everybody, you ready for the bad news? I have bad news, yo. I have bad news. I've got COVID, yo. Damn. I've got the Rona, people. The Rona got me. This is me on Rona, you know. So, I did test. They say I have corona. So I'm stuck in the house for the next few days. I'm feeling okay, you know. I don't understand. I think I didn't get this Rona did not get the memo. Wasting his time with people like me. How can you come out of all people? You know? So yeah, anyway. So the bad news is not that I have corona. The bad news is that I cannot play at Shrine tomorrow because of this positive test. But I'll go and get tested again next week. I'm sure I'll be fine by then. But you know, this is my announcement to all my people. I'll still post it on my page tomorrow morning. But you know, I have to tell all my people I have the road now. God damn. Woo. So the show tomorrow, I have to postpone, not cancel, you know. I don't know. You know, something that surprised, something that surprised me past also, we say, somebody say, nah lie. Why I go lie, say I get corona? Which kind of lie be that one now? Who be this Lelo guy? What he be Lelo? What he talk? Say God shame me about Grammy. How God take shame me about Grammy? My brother and my nephew are both nominated. First father and son combination ever. What are you talking about? Who is this guy? Let me block you. If you talk again, I'll block. Let me remove you from this live. I don't have time for rubbish today. Today I'm removed from live. Confirm. Even though I'm Thanos in this bitch. I'm Thanos in this bitch. If you come into my vicinity, I'll snap you away. What the fuck is wrong with you? So where was I, people? I've removed him. I've Thanosed him away from this live. No need to answer him, my people. I've removed him from the live. He's been removed. Security! I have security. Security. When I know security. Security. I have security. Him out of here. You know. Yeah. So my show tomorrow has to be postponed. You know. I'm sorry about that, people. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, but you know, what can I say? What can I say? Such is life. So now, before I get into this real topic for today, today's topic is an important topic. We want all of us, you know, really get into what we must see clearly, certain things, to understand our movement in this political game where all of us don't say one place. So, you know, politics. Now, very few people will understand that and will feel engaged. You know, very few people. But you must understand them well. You must take the time. But before I go into it today, I want to talk about a few things where I noticed. And I know I go to South Africa. Yeah. You know, I went to South Africa. But when I do my test, when I come back from South Africa, no COVID now, no get COVID when I do my test when I come back. Now, as I do the test of coming 2 days after coming back here now. Now, wow. Now, wow. Anyway, I was in South Africa, and I went to an exhibition. It was called Canex, Africa Import-Export Bank. Now, the South Africans invite me, not be the Nigerians. Make a talk down on Mukula here. Me no be like say Nigerians no agree invite me with their delegation. I don't know who I offend. Anyway, we're all there, all of us jammed there, But then I kind of low-key, just low-key attended 1 or 2 discussions, conferences, and things like that. As I enter the place to check when they discuss, I see most of them they discuss about Africa, like say Africa not only about the employer and the employee. You won't understand what I mean? Like, this is not only Nigerians now. Don't get me twisted. Africa in general, these people, they sit down, they talk. Intelligent people, brilliant people, I wouldn't call them wise, but brilliant, very brilliant guys and ladies, and discussing very in depth. But the thing where I realize about their discussion, we say to them, Africa is only about them we get the ability to employ people, and those people where they employ. The rest of us, we don't fall out when their system no capture. They are not planning. There's no plan. There's no. These are the people that have fallen off by the wayside. The forgotten. They don't send. I realize in their discussions and their arguments that they truly believe that African professionals truly believe that Africa is about them and their oga. Their relationship with their oga. How they can expand their oga's wealth. How they can now use that expansion of their oga's wealth to draw in investors from abroad. Meaning, and when they say investors from abroad, it simply means alienating you and me, removing us more and more from our resources. Removing us more and more from our opportunities. I realized that it's kind of, for me, it was weird because I believe, say, if anything at all, we as we deal like this, as Nigerian people, as Ghanaian people, as Egyptian people, as people from Lesotho, people from Botswana, from South Africa, our most brilliant minds must be looking at how not to abandon our brothers and sisters, but how to go rescue everybody. I think because there will be no peace for we if we think say Africa is all about us. There is no peace for we if they self no get peace. They go bring their anyway. I realized that, Sha, and it surprised me kind of, So I said, well, this is 2021 and we are still not thinking in this, we're not thinking in this communal sense yet. Where these discussions are being had with Africa's best minds, as they say. These Africa's best minds, their ideas are just about profits, business, profit, business, profit, opportunity for business, opportunity for human exploitation. But they call it employment, opportunity for training. But it's basically all exploiting the person because our wages, the salary that they pay us for Africa is so low. You understand? It's so low. Anyway, I don't want to diverse into economics because I don't want to. Children of the Diaspora LLC say Che Guevara exploited the Cuban people. Go and say it in Cuba. Go and say it in Cuba. No, not in Florida. If you go to Florida and say it, those Havana playboys that they kicked out might hug you. Go and say it in Cuba. Go and repeat that Che exploit Cuban people in Cuba. Anyway, let me move on. Because the people of Cuba, it's just like you commit, he says you can't say it in, the guy replies, he says you can't say it in Cuba, and that's the problem. My brother, you can say it, is what will happen to you after, by the people of Cuba. It's like coming to Kalakuta and saying Fela is crazy. You say it, you say Fela they crazy. But as soon as you talk and finish, different things will happen to you. Not because Fela say anybody should beat you from the grave, but because you have touched on something sacred. Something that somebody like you, a rat like you, should not touch. The people will immediately give you what is yours. But you shouldn't. Kalakuta, in Kalakuta, Fela was a regime. Kalakuta Republic, go and ask. Full regime. Judge, juror, and executioner. Fela Anikulapo Kuti, president of Kalakuta Republic. I'm not here to have a debate about Che Guevara. He has lived his life. What are all these Che antagonists coming on my... When did Che hate black people? Yes, of course. And that is why I respect Che the most. As a young man, let me give you people some history. And then we can move on from this, because I don't want you people to come here and confuse people. As a young man, Che Guevara was definitely a product of his society. Che Guevara was a racist. He said it himself in his book. He wrote about it in his motorcycle diaries. But he is the epitome of the capacity of humanity for growth, change, and development. Because this same Che Guevara that you are calling a racist came to Congo to fight for African people. This Che that you say he hated African people risked his life, came to this Africa in Congo to shoot against imperialists. How many of you have your family gone to fight any African liberation fight from your house? He was already in power in Cuba. He was the Minister of Finance in Cuba. He could live, he could relax life like his fellow comrades, like Fidel Castro died in peace. Raul Castro now is ruling. Humphrey, come and help me take him out of the wall. You know? Come and help me take him out of the wall. You know? Abi? See him now. Come and bring him down. Come and bring down El Jefe. If you can. Me, man, I will kill African person that day. You know that you are an African man. He say Che, he killed many African people. The day you two come to my house, I try to bring down this thing, I will kill you too. They will say, me too, I've killed an African man, Abi. Or I've killed an imperialist stooge. Which is it? What have I done? Which of it did I do? Did I really kill an African man or an imperialist stooge? Anyway, let me continue my story. So the next thing I realized is that we as African people, now what would they understand? So we won't develop ourselves as Nigerian people. We won't come out of this madness. We are trying to, we must not think, say, how we won't model ourselves. How we won't model ourselves. How we as the people, how we as the people won't model ourselves when we become what we think say we won't be. When we truly remove the chains where these people don't put around our neck, when we remove this local oppressor chain. Now, where are we going? What is the direction? Because I talk to many people in the so-called liberation movement, and I realize, say, man,
So many of them are emulating the wrong thing. So many of them want to be the wrong thing. You know, we are explaining ourselves, everybody using America as an example, England as an example. First of all, if we really want to practice democracy, Nigeria needs to look at Swiss democracy. Forget America. If you want copy democracy, forget American democracy. Forget UK parliamentary democracy. Forget all this. Go and look at Switzerland style of democracy. For a nation that is of different people. Just check it out. Go and Switzerland, you can never tell you you just think Swiss. If you never go Switzerland before, if you never stay Switzerland before, all you go here for like Swiss. It's Swiss. You think Swiss is Switzerland. Not lie. Swiss is 4 countries, 4 people. The Dutch, the Germans, the German Dutch, the French, and the Italians. Sorry, three all divided, different law, different. The government no fit make law. Any law where the government won't make, the people must vote. Now referendum, they bring law. Any decision is by referendum. You cannot. Everybody must agree. Serious democracy. Make I tell now. So, but anyway, that's not really my situation. My own position is waiting be our own take on balance. How we want to take balance ourselves in our development. Because whenever you talk about, oh, America this, America that, Britain this, Britain that, waiting, we need to understand the say, Americans are only this is it. For us, for we as Nigerians, for the whole world citizens, for everybody in the world to live like an American, we need 4.2 Earths. You understand? For everybody to live comfortably, this comfort what they talk, as comfortably as an American is living, for everybody to have that middle America living, we need 4.2 Earths. This earth resources, these earth resources, you no feel rich, you no feel rich to be American for everybody. So we must now realize, what are we going to do? Shall we say go join in the complete depletion and annihilation of Earth's finite resources because we want to be like Americans? Because we must understand that part, say, to want to be like America is one thing. Now we must now also check the sustainability. That for me, now waiting proof say their system is flawed. Because even though they claim universalism in the system, globalization is even their economic term. Globalization. Mean say they first use imperialism, now it's globalization. Okay, so all of us key into this system, and let's even assume that we all become successful in this system. We lift everybody out of poverty in this system. Where do we get the remaining 3.5 Earths from? So where do we get the remaining Earths from? You know, it is imperative that we go now begin to see development in a different way, in a different form and shape. You understand what I'm saying? And this not be even because of, say, Europeans. They talk about their own climate change. Me, I don't care about climate change. That's why I post something today for my page. Not because I don't care about climate change, but I don't care about the so-called hysteria where the West they create on their own solutions to climate change. Because the West, the Europeans, the Americans, you know, they are trying to individualize the problem. They're trying to individualize the problem, like, oh, it is what we as individuals, as me and you, they use things, our individual behavior. You eat too much, you drive your car, you do this. That is what is actually causing the depletion of earth resources, not the greed of multinational corporations. Because at the core of the depletion of whatever pollution they happen, Africa never industrialized, man. There's no way. What are we doing in Africa? I post one picture of the man they talk. We one man they talk about this same climate change thing today. You know, we even want to talk about this part where they talk so. When you talk about carbon footprint, do you know how many people in Africa never even chop today? How do you tell such a person about carbon footprint? You understand? I know, saying no worry, I know, forget the topic of the day. I'll put them. Anyway. Watching that thing remind me of, say, we Africans, now we be the original climate warriors. Africans lived one with nature. We not take more than nature can. We not take excess from nature to create personal wealth for ourselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? We as a people, we understood that there has to be balance between man and nature. They say we'll be savage, so we no get sense. Okay, then we get sense now. We free them. Make they come show us their sense. Now listen to me. This world we are living in now, seriously, is this progress? You know, because people are always crazy. Say, oh, because they have phone, mobile phone, they can enter plane, they enter car, all these things that bring comfort to life. Yes, they made life easy for those that can afford it. But for those that cannot afford it, life has never been this hard. And even for those that can afford it, they are telling us, that they are going to look for new habitat in space. What does that mean? We have been given responsibility of this earth. This is our home. This is what we know. And a group of people using their progress, this so-called progress has destroyed the planet so much. They are telling us now they have to look for other planets. What do you want to go and do there? You want to go and destroy it too? If this system was truly progressive and we say that we are destroying Earth, shouldn't the right thing to say, oh, we are destroying Earth, so let's stop and fix it? No. It's let's go and look for another place to destroy. Let's go and look for another place to destroy. So, I for one, I don't see what is happening in the world today as progress. You know, even though we think that people are creating more comfort, you know, because progress and comfort, I really think they are the same thing. You know. Anyway, that's just what I think. So let me jump into the topic where I get for today. The topic for today is the controlled opposition. Now, it has been known all through history, you know, Tyranny begets tyranny, begets tyranny. Oppression begets oppression, begets oppression. So you must understand, say your oppressor get plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, plan F. They get their plan, they get their things sorted, they get their people on lock. And for the what is this man problem? What be my problem with Italians? Humphrey, please don't let me kick you out of this life. Why are you telling me about what Italians like or don't like? Leave me, man. Now let me get back to this issue of the controlled opposition. You see, as our politics begin to develop for Nigeria, like they begin to take shape, as new players begin to rise up in the scene, as we as motherland people begin to reevaluate our existence, to recapture our destiny, we must be able to identify those within us that might betray. The number one identity mark of any betrayer is that person that has enjoyed from your oppression. Listen to me. This is fact. A leopard cannot change his spots. A leopard can. So once we don't create our movements, once you see anybody, you dey among these people before. What do you find here? And even if una mistake am, make una put am for back. Make una put am for back. Number two, there are those ones that will come and tell you that, you see this system, as it dey like this, is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the bad people that are running it. So let's just remove these bad people, put us, the good people, inside, and we will change everything for you. Once you hear that one, land the person slap, because this one was past the first one. If they hear me something, this one when they tell you, say, if he arrange this arrangement, pass the people when they arrange that now, may you just give her a chance. He was past the person when they chop now. We will call, help your guy come spy. I ain't joking. We need to see. We need to be careful of those people who still want to keep us under the thumb of the IMF, under the thumb of the World Bank, under the thumb of all these Western institutions, be it the Davos Group, Bilderberg Group, all these economic institutions, be it OPEC, WTO, Africa Development Bank, UNESCO, AID, NG, all these people trying to still keep us begging, keeping us in check. We must understand, see, our destiny lay in our sovereignty. Nigerians today, they holler, say that Chinese people won't collect airport for Uganda. Nigerians say, they'll come collect railway where they built for Nigeria. They'll come do this, do that. You see, somebody not talking Nigeria will soon be like Uganda. You see, these are the things we must understand. Because if we don't understand these things, we're not going to understand the battle when they come for our front. You see, Chinese, at least what they build that they can't take. So if Chinese give you money, may you build airport, you know, return the money, they'll come take the airport from you. Okay, for me it makes sense. For me it makes sense. You know what makes sense? Now those who go give you money, can't tell you say because of this money where they give you, You must not subsidize the education of your children. Say because of this money they give you, you must teach your children waiting the same make you teach your children. We as Africans, we are here complaining about us losing railroads and airports. Railroad and airports. Superficial things will we blow up tomorrow and rebuild. How about those people where they control our currency because of loans? Tell me. How about those people that say that because they give you loan, you must not subsidize your own local products? That you must sell your local product at international prices, keeping it out of the reach of your own people. How about those loans? People are talking that they are selling Nigerian sovereignty to Chinese. Nigerian sovereignty. Which sovereignty remain? Which they won't sell to Chinese? Which sovereignty they won't sell to Chinese? Which sovereignty they won't sell? What is left? The only thing they can sell to the Chinese people are assets. Assets. And that's what they are doing. Because that's all they can do. I've told you people before, when I think say, these una leaders, they are stupid. You know, you think say Tinubu na Mugu. You think say Buhari na Mugu. This is your people's problem. Because you think they are not running the country well. They are not running the country well for you. They are running it perfectly for themselves. This has always been what they want. You think that this is a mistake. You think that they make mistake. You think that they error. But for where did they hold the real meetings? They are shaking themselves for a job well done. Because they are extracting your labor and your resources for their own personal benefit. They've been doing it in the days of their ancestors. I don't tell you now. Mokuna go study Chiwenzu. The West and the rest of us. Go and study Chiwenzu. The West and the rest of us. You will see the connection between the African slave traders that were selling us for mirror and the elite of today, the African elite of today that are selling us for Rolls Royce. All European things. They've been selling us from European things since 400 years. You understand? Let me tell you something. See, understand spirit, understand concept. You see, Africans, we are not special. Don't let anybody make you think we are special. We are human beings like anybody else. Right? In our society, there was good, there was bad. Don't let anybody tell you that in the past, Africa was good for everybody. Not lie. There was no such past. Even in that Africa, there was class struggle, was emerging in Africa. Go and hear the Ekiti Parapor War. I use the PDG War, as they call it, the Ekiti Parapor War and the Oyo Empire War. That was a class struggle happening already because we could see before Oyibo can interrupt our own national development with their colonialism. Read your history. Among us, there was good and bad. But you see, the bad was always kept in check because you know they're waiting to stand on top. Any moment that bad see anything to stand on top, it will take advantage like any other situation in any other society. Fratricide, look at European society, how they kill themselves because of thrones, because of land. It happens everywhere. We did it here too. That's why as soon as Afonja came in contact with the Fulanis, he tried to use the Fulanis to take the throne immediately. But you see, with the Arabs, the Sultan was the only one. So now imagine when the Europeans came in, you had the Portuguese, you had the Germans, you had the French, you had the Italians, you had the Spanish, all these Europeans in Africa operating, creating thousands of Afonja. You understand? The Sultan of Sokoto could create one Afonja. But imagine French, Britain, there were thousands, hundreds of traitors left, empowering them with arms, men, guns. Imagine, you see, so these evil people found something to stand on, and that was European imperialism. it is still that same European imperialism that they stand on till today. Their descendants. Look at their bloodline. Katsina. You know that the state of Katsina is named after a family. You people don't even do anything. These people have always stood on the back of imperialism to oppress and exploit their people. That's all they care about. And as soon as they found Europeans, they remove all our traditional institutions. The Northerners study Islam, destroy that one. This one they carry Christians, destroy the one waiting for years. Constant, we're on top of imperialism. To do what? To develop Nigeria? No. To exploit, because they were never true rulers. They were the wicked people among us. They were the evil people among us. And they are the ones we must first face. Because they are still there. You can see them and their descendants. Still spending slave trading money. Today, they still have the wealth from slave trade days. That they used to destroy their people. They are proud of it. Some of them keep the artifacts in their houses. Talk about those good old days. Imagine good old days where they used to go to Ikoyi Club with white people. Everywhere was clean. You'll be hearing all this like, okay, everywhere was clean. Now that you're in charge and everywhere is dirty. Who are you blaming? Are you blaming us for making it dirty when you are sitting on all the money that you used to clean the place up in the first place? Explain it to me. You know, because I'm not understanding. That's their behavior. Before you know, they don't begin blame all the poor people for Nigeria. Nigeria, poor people selling their votes for 500 naira. Poor people are selling their vote for 500 naira. It's poor people that are selling their vote for 1,000 naira. That's why Nigeria is spoiling. It is not because of the journalist that sold his words in the paper. It is not because of the lecturer that sold his grades in the university. It is never because of the banker that is laundering the money, petrol worker that is destroying the environment and stealing all the resources and not developing the Niger Delta or any place in Nigeria with it, or the person continuing and imagine. It's never all those professionals. It's never them themselves. There's no fault in them. You see, these people, they are perfect. See? It is not their dilapidated tankers they put on the road that destroys all our small road network that we have. It is not their unprofessional police that they don't pay salary. See? It is when we sell our votes for 1,000. That is where the problem of Nigeria is. You understand? This is where the problem is. It is never in their own circle, where they work in the civil service and refuse to deliver any service to the Nigerian people. We didn't lose election then, right? We didn't lose election then. It is when poor people that all these things you have done and all of you are doing is affecting the most. When they try to get some share, the only thing of value you've left to them, you are even trying to take it away. The only thing of value you left to them is their vote. Your journalist, your value is your words, you've sold it. Musician, your value is your talent, you have sold it. Actor, your acting, you have sold it. Banker, your banking, you have sold it. All of us sell our value, and you don't look at poor people, say they should not sell their votes. When we have shown them the way, we have shown them the way already. I mean, so you must beware of the controlled opposition. Because there are all these people I've mentioned. They do these things. They will try to make you feel like they want to run this system better. Because you see, these people must replicate themselves. And that's why I'm afraid when people are saying, I want youth, we want youth. My brother, there are many youths involved in what is going on today. There are many youths involved in what is going on today. Because youth is not an ideology. I'll tell you this 1,000,000 times. Youth is just a demographic. It's not an ideology. Beware of anybody trying to sell you youth president. Beware of the youth president, my brothers and sisters. You must only be swayed by ideas. Don't let them sell you anybody. You don't want to know anybody. Don't let them sell you names. Don't let them sell you personalities. Listen to the ideas. Listen to the ideas. Finish. Youth cannot qualify anybody to be president. Just the way old age does not qualify anybody to be president. Tell us what it is. What is your agenda? What policies are you going to push? How are you going to push it? That's all we want to know. We don't want to know your name, Seth. In fact, back the camera. We don't want to see your face. Talk to us. Let's hear something. Then when we're happy, you can turn and face us. And then we must also be careful of those. Okay, wait. I have another person I have to remove from my life. Okay, good. So this is where we must be at. You know what I'm saying? Those for me, because you must understand, many people are in the game for their own benefits. And many of these are our oppressors. The day APC, the day PDP, they don't open like 2233 political parties. 2233 political parties. You understand what I'm saying to you? In anticipation of a time like this. In fact, I know we'll name now until we reach the battlefield. Because they don't forget, they don't play, enter my heart. One of these parties bring their manifesto to me. Now me rewrite the manifesto for them, send them back. I go hold meeting with them and they question them. All they talk say, they don't even put taxation for their manifesto. Everything for the manifesto now, public-private partnership. Public-private partnership. The government will do this with public-private partnership. The government, public-private partnership. Public-private partnership. Public-private. Shut up! Can't you tax? Can't you tax? Haven't you heard the word tax? Taxation. I can't write out whether the place. I write taxation in capital. I can't put 5 question mark. Boom, 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 boom. These people are blinded by money. I'm telling you, they can't think. They cannot think. They just want to be begging for money up and down, begging for money. Now, if you now also hear, oh, right now they are, oh, as I want to talk now, they don't change the number. It was 420 on the dot. I want light this thing on top. They just jumped to 427. I'm not happy. 420, wait there. Nobody should join this live. Yay, 420. You know, we must be afraid of those always preaching foreign investments. Ask yourself, what is the meaning of foreign investment? What is the meaning of foreign investment? I still want to know because I don't understand it really in the core of it. Now, we have something, but we cannot use it. We need an outsider to come inside our money and help us to use it. Yeah. I don't. My brother, beware of foreign investors. Beware. Just beware. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. Nigeria and Nigerians, we need the larger share of our economy. Anything other than that, we are doing ourselves, our children, a great disservice. To constrict our economy in a way that there's more foreign ownership than local ownership, as it is today, because many people always think this thing is I'm telling you, forget South Africa, even Nigeria, just breathe in and out. Now, first of all, look at our telecommunications. Who are the biggest players? Foreigners. Breathe again. Television, biggest players, foreigners. Breathe again. Take another deep breath. Oil, where the money is, upstream, biggest players, foreigners. Agriculture, that one is even worse. I heard that about 70% of our arable land. I have not yet verified this thing, but I want to verify it, because when I verify that it is true, I will go to Igbofa. I will deliberately do a tutu against all the leaders of this country. I never take them spiritual with them before. Shake me from really. I swear for the normal. But when I won't go check this thing where, when I check her, if not true, they will receive the first swear. I promise you people. Now, I heard that 70% of our arable land. That means when they say arable land, that means the land where we grow something is used to grow cash crops. I know so many of now, when they teach us types of crop for primary school, enter secondary, junior secondary, we now in the year word for class. Now they run up and down. They're not going to know it be cash crop. Cash crop is that crop which we don't really use to feed direct. It is more to transfer to cash. You can sell it as commodity in the market for manufacture. It is not really for eating. Things like coffee, things like rubber, like cotton, things like what they call it, like tea, all these exotic things. What is it again? That cocoa, things like cocoa, cocoa for the chocolate, granite for the peanut butter and things like that. All these kind of, that's what they use in a country where nobody can afford food. Palm oil. Oh, I don't forget palm kernel, palm tree. So that is what foreign investment means. That regardless, if you give foreigners your land for profit purposes only, regardless of the need of your people to eat in the midst of hunger, they will allocate that land to money. Shall una believe say they appropriate, say with the privatized profit for European companies in our land for our food while we are hungry? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Because for me, what is the benefit of this thing? Few Nigerians are getting rich, finished. That's the only benefit. Some stupid small boys where their fathers, they give them contracts, where they don't collect from Europeans, privatize people land, carry the cash crop they send to Europeans, they take money, they do rubbish for town, everybody and their father and their sisters and their, everybody do rubbish with, why people are hungry, because is that the, what is foreign investment? Is MTN telephone, is that foreign investment? Charging us our blood for data? Where can we have local network that is cheap? Public local network. Why? What's going on that aspect? Gafar Mogaji say only 2% has 500k or more in their account. That's bad. Omo, may I not lie, for my Naira account right now, like 19k inside. Oha, highest 19B. 19,000 something. I've been getting 60 something thousand. My band do rehearsal today, but I know if you join them. So I send them like 47,000 something inside. Money can remain 19,000. So you're right. Me, I'm not among those 2% with 500k or more. And by the way, I'm an orphan. I don't come back from South Africa. I'm going to call my man David. I heard he's got something for we orphans. Me, I don't go need to lie. You can check my own online. Not because I'm going to be orphan. Now, I'm going to form orphan because David don't want dash orphans money. All of them are going to form orphan immediately. Never. Never. You can check online. I have credentials. Hey, orphan, Lomo. We are in the largest orphan, Lomo. People they jealous me because I be orphan. What I forget. But the problem I get is say, who will be orphan for orphanage, IDP, all of us for Nigeria, we reach like 2 million orphans. So you know understand. Forget my own joke side of orphans. You know. David don't set the standard for something. And you know, I feel say as time they come up, instead of make many people like him, you know, they go on hold this act against them. Because he don't show them how to behave really. You know, he don't show them how to behave to a certain extent. But Nigerian people are beg go. As David don't show this kind of example to the orphans of Nigeria. Make una help protect the kid, you know, because trust me, they will come for him. Because they don't want me to be say, na ain't good pass. The powers that be in Nigeria, they fear who good pass. So. I'm not be say we good. You just so no bad reach them. You don't understand? So man, I watch out for the kid. You understand? Yeah. Because if David Ovi gives 250 million, how many schools Dangote supposed don't build for this Lagos? But the question was supposed to ask with that immediately. Who know they ask? How many hospitals Tinubu supposed don't deliver for Lagos Island for people free? Something that they use if Davido can drop that kind of bar. Because that are the deep political question. Whether for me, that are the political question. Because me, I don't look anything. I don't look at those kind of things. Me, I they look the political significance of action because everything is political. Even you wait to say, even when you say I'm not political, that is political. You understand what they tell you? Even you when you say you are not political, that statement itself is a political statement. Everything we do get political inclination, political meaning. And the political meaning of Davido action, they say people can actually do more in this country and they refuse to. They deliberately just refuse. Nothing stops them. Because for me, that is nation building. My mouth for don't close like this long time. If the people they collect our oil money, they can build this country instead of their own personal life. I don't know how our commonwealth, everybody resources, become some people personal wealth. It makes no this question. See, when I say now money now, how is it his money? We must Davido that money na him money. Because Davido no sell our oil. He no use our land. He use a name, ask. But some people they use our land, our oil. Different government tax breaks, custom get one to they give them for custom, they go pay money to clear all kinds of incentives. During coronavirus, government share money for all of them. Sell our mineral resources, our gold, our tin, our oil, our bitumenite, everything, they sell it. So what is the purpose of we putting them in charge of selling those things? Is it just to live their own life or to build? Because the plan is that they will take that money, that when the money is in their hand, they will invest it in our country to develop our country. So it is not really their money until they fulfill the task of developing the nation. Dangote no bring cement come from heaven, limestone come from heaven now. Not being bring limestone from heaven. And not being born of the people waiting for those communities with those limestone, waiting for them to come out those limestone. We are not asking, not because they beg you, say spend your money on us. No. You cannot be behaving like Bill Gates. Bill Gates invent something. What did you invent? What did you invent? What did you create? They've created nothing, invented nothing, built nothing. Then you take something that belongs to everybody, you appropriate it, then you use force and political power to manipulate us with your yeye media when I go share brand envelope. Maybe they praise you now for their writing. Up and down the place. What investment? Beware of the controlled opposition, brothers and sisters, because your enemy, I don't think not be only local, don't forget say international enemy, they will put these old people there. Those international people will put these old people there. Don't they see say these old people don't they fuck up? Don't they train the new ones where they'll take replace them to continue free market? What be free market? Which market is free? Is American market free market? My brothers and sisters, try and go and sell Nigerian meat in New York. You know how free Nigerian American market is. Try and take some cotton from Nigeria, some garment from Lagos to I mean, what are these people telling us about free market? So for me, it's not really about, say, and to be honest, if we as Nigerian people, even these politicians should demand, because if David has given $500,000, $500,000 to orphanages. Say, and David say, want make the thing reach all orphanages. David say, want make that money reach all orphanages. First of all, we have over 2 million children in different orphanages, IDP, whatever. What can his money do for them? It's been over how many, almost a week, over a week now. How many of these men have jumped up to say, we as the men where they run this society, we know the kind damage we did. David, you've shown a good example. Now we're going to support you with this extra $5 million to make sure that this money actually makes impact in the life of all these young people. You know. So what are we doing? If it's David and my friend, honestly speaking, I'll have told him to invest the $500,000 in MOP. That is a more wise investment towards making sure that the orphans of Nigeria get a better future. But since I'm also an orphan, and I will get from the largesse, I don't mind. I don't mind. I'll stitch up inside. Either way, at all is the witch. What did I say? At all is the witch. I go die you. You know, so anyway. So we have to be aware of the controlled opposition. Those people, I repeat to, we won't tell us say they can run this system better. We don't want people that can run this system better. We don't want people that can run this system better. We want overhaul. Complete change. Not change, complete revolution. We don't want 360 revolution, no, because 360, you will just turn around, face where you did again. We want scientific revolution. We will know where we dey face. Whether we dey turn 90 degrees or now only 45 degrees we need to turn. We are not playing. You know? And last but not least, those that are looking for president. I've spoken about this before. I'll talk about it. I know if you talk about this enough. You know. Those where they look for president. No president can save the people of Nigeria. I repeat. No president can save the people of Nigeria. Only the people of Nigeria can save themselves. And to save ourselves, we must, how I want to put that? We must grab our destiny. Yes, grab our destiny. Nigerian boys, not only yash and breast, because I be grab. Grab your destiny. Nigerian women, let go of that weave. Let that bag go. I say to you, shut up. Grab your destiny. Ooh, Lagos boys, Port Harcourt boys, Abuja boys and men, remove that stripper's yash from your face in the strip club tonight. And I say, grab your destiny. Grab your destiny. Oh, yes. Oh, Lagos girls, beaming girls, Look away from that Dubai ticket now. I say look away from that Dubai ticket now. Look away from that Turkish ticket now. Grab your destiny. I'm in the spirit. You see, until we decide to grab our destiny, until we decide to grab it, and the only way to grab it is to do the work ourselves. We're not waiting for anybody. We won't do the work. What's up? What's up? We want to do the work. Now we must want to do the work. Forget your president. Your president cannot do the work. At the time, like, just imagine if you people vote one president and you put him there as president of Nigeria. Imagine. Here are ministers. Now here are all these ministers where you go select. The guys face APC, PDP, House of Assembly and Senate, APC governors, PDP governors, PDP State Assembly, PDP House of Assembly, APC councillor, APC local government chairman all around. Wait, what do you think they can achieve? What will he ever achieve? Him and the ministers. They go frustrate in life. By the time they finish with that president, and I said no go ask for any new president. Now go just they continue say, you know what? We don't know what we are doing. We don't know what we are doing. You understand? So that for me is just like the point. Let's not notice one delegate something, give somebody. No. Together. We must understand, say we won't do the work. And as soon as we're ready to do the work, we don't grab the bull by the horn with that. Grab your destiny. You know, so yeah. And as my big brother, they always talk about Daily Pharaoh to me, you know, our constitution is a big problem. I mean, the constitution grants you rights in one chapter. In another chapter says you have no rights to ask for those rights. Can you believe that? You did not hear this kind of thing before. The constitution guarantees you rights. Right to education, right to a job, right to house, right to this, right to that. Then in the next two chapters, it says you have no right to ask for those rights. What is this document? What is this document, man? Anyway, before I leave, finally, I want to make appeal to everybody. Say we try find space for our office for Abuja. I'll be announced we don't get space because we don't get space. But the person yes will be MOP. He don't give us our money back. He don't pursue us. You know. So I think we are renting from an oppressor without knowing. So I need you people. If I know anybody for Abuja, we get space. We don't want free. We don't mind. MOP will pay for it. We need office space in Abuja. You know, put the word out. We got one, but we have been kicked out even before we enter the office. This is going to be a difficult task. But we defeat them. They don't understand. They're too small. So you people, let the people power show. Let the people power show. Please, let's find somebody that is not afraid to rent me office. I don't worry, there's no Igbo smoking in MOP office. Like if you check any address I do with the flags inside MOP, there's always no smoking, you know. But I'm in my house. So I'm always smoking this thing in my house.
you know. So don't worry about it. He's helping me fight COVID, you know. So anyway, thanks guys for joining the live today. I had fun. Don't forget, the controlled opposition, we must be careful. I must do what? Grab your destiny.